Hello, preschool classes. How are you today? I'm Mrs. Z and I have missed you so much. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to read you a story. Are you ready to listen to a story? Mrs. Z really wants to read a story to you. So if you could find a place to snuggle down and put your listening ears on, we'll get started. But first I want to introduce you to my puppy. He's my puppy, Mr. Jitz. Mr. Jitz likes to listen to stories. So he's going to sit next to Mrs. Z and we're going to read a story together. And my story is called I Am the Dog. So we're going to listen and see what this story is all about today. I am the dog. I am Jacob. My dog is Max. One night we decided to change places. What do you say, Max? Tomorrow you could be me and I will be you. Max liked the idea. Max slept in my bed and I slept on the rug. There's the pictures. When we woke up in the morning, Max was the boy and I was the dog. I stretched and I yawned and I scratched behind my ear. All things I had seen Max do before. I could tell already I was going to like being a dog. Max was in the bathroom brushing his teeth and he ate all of the toothpaste. You're not supposed to eat toothpaste, are you? We went downstairs and the family was having breakfast. Have some cereal, dear, my mother said. Well, I'm the dog today, I said. Could you put my bowl on the floor, please? Certainly, dear. Would you like your orange juice in the bowl too? Max sat at the table and ate with the family. He really liked that. It was like Max is having bacon and eggs. May I run around in the yard now? I asked my mother. Yes, my mother said, but stay away from the bushes. And that's what he did. He was running around in the yard. My mother drove Max to school. The kids were all happy to see Max. They all wanted to pet him and feed him things. I could see that Max liked being in school. All of his friends came over to see him. After school, Max took me to the park. The park is great when you're a dog. There are so many things to sniff. There are so many trees, and I chased a squirrel, and I met another dog, and a lady gave me a cookie. Max threw a ball, I ran after it, he threw it again, and I ran after it, he threw it again, and I ran after it, and I kept doing that until Max got tired of throwing the ball. And then he scratched my ears instead. At home, I got in trouble. I ate my Max's homework. The dog ate my homework, Max said. My teacher will never believe this. My mother made me stay in the garage for an hour. Max got to play video games. My father came home. I was happy to see him. I jumped up, I kissed his face. Look, Jacob, you get kibble for supper. I love kibble, I love kibble, I love kibble, I love kibble. I could eat kibble every day. I don't even know what it is, but I could eat it. Max had spaghetti and meatballs, and he liked that. After supper, I felt like running around in the yard again, so that's what I did. In the evening, the family was together in the living room. My father sat in his armchair. He watched TV. My mother read a book. Max had to do his homework over again, and I snoozed. That means he slept. I was happy. That night, I slept in my bed, and Max slept on his rug. And when we woke up in the morning, Max was the dog again, and I was the boy. That's how things are supposed to be. But both of us had learned something. Being a dog is better. And that is the end of my book. And I will be back next week to read another story to you. And I hope you join me. Till later. Bye, preschool class.